welcome to Explain Life Skills. This is a boring world. It's very dry, it seems like this, but in reality, this is colorful and very beautiful world, And then there are people like me and you in this world, and what we just want to have some sort of relationship with other people so that we could make a better world together in one or the other way. And the same is being taught by other people, like they also the same, they have desired the same and they want the same thing. And that is the reason we set up our common goals and objectives, and we are using our own vision. We set up a direction for us so that we could go on this and achieve our goals. This is how we want, and this is how we do. And if you see the people out there, they seems very happy. They are, they seem satisfied. They wear very colorful clothes. They're very expensive, but unfortunately, deep down, they are upset. Like they don't know what to do. They are in problems, and they are tired. They are energyless. Like they don't have more energy to start activities, and mentally and by heart they seems to be disabled, like their mind don't work properly. And that is the reason, because of all these situations, they are dividing themselves in groups, like they are becoming enemies of each other. The leftist group, and then the rightist group, and then there are other people who are sandwiched in between, confused. And if someone new is coming into this world, what we do basically, we encircle and we try to make them like us, confused, dry and boring. But in this situation, there are some people who are thinking out of the box. They are positive thinker. So how they are working, they are basically decomposing the human basic nature so that they could understand each element individually. Now here you can see this is the first layer. This is layer number 1, which is the concrete body, the layer which everybody see. And then there is another layer which is basically untouchable. You cannot see that layer, and that is layer number 2. It is called abstract soul, or this is basically the software. This is very important. Now both of these layers are basically then living in a position, like they have some position. Like there is objective world for them, and then there is in what they do, like objective world mean like they are living in this world. And then there is another world which is called subjective world. And what is the subjective world? The world is being lived in their mind. What they do, they connect objective world with a concrete layer which is called concrete objective world. You can also connect your subjective world with your concrete layer, and you can give it a name, concrete subjective world, right? And on the right side, you can also connect your objective world with your abstract soul. You can name it like abstract objective world. Then you can connect your subjective world with your abstract soul, and you can name it abstract subjective world. And this is how we are getting 4 different types of worlds. It means like before it was like 2 worlds, concrete and abstract world, and now we are getting, because of the position, 4 worlds. And that is the reason now our choices matters, like what we choose, how we choose, because there are differences, and all of these differences are important there. And because of this, like we people are basically receiving 4 different types of words, which is sometimes confusing. Like you have concrete objective world, and then you have concrete subjective world, and on the right hand you have abstract objective world and abstract subjective words. Now apart from these words, 4 different types of words, you can also then think about each word in 2 different ways. Like you can use each word in 2 different ways. For example, some of us like most of the time sensing, and some of us like most of the time processing. What is this sensing and processing? It is very easy. For example, you eat something with the help of your mouth, and then you digest it with the help of your digestive system. The same is like you are sensing something with your senses, and then you are processing with the help of your processors like heart and mind. So you can further divide these different types of words into 2 parts, and all these become then 8 different types of people. And then you can further divide these 8 types of people into objective and subjective types, right? Those who are living in the world, and those in their mind the world is being lived. Okay, so then finally what happens, there we can add another layer, and that is the most important layer. This layer is called the inner self. Apart from concrete and abstract layer, this inner self is basically trying to establish connectivity with the creator, and there could be many different names and terms, but for us, like, it is Allah or God or Allah. And then the same inner self also try to establish connectivity with shaitan or iblis. It is also called devil, or you can call it satan, which is bad, which is not good, like destructive. And just because of this, now we can see there is a human being. This human being is basically like now decomposed. You have seen, like, there are two layers, concrete and abstract layer, then there are two objective and subjective positions, and further you can divide it because of the senses and processing elements, and then you are adding some sort of adjectives to your inner self, like the adjective, the good adjectives, the positive adjectives, and the bad adjectives. And now this is human being. But look at this human being. This human being has one important part here. And what is that? That is like human nature of balanced concrete and abstract energy. Like, what does it mean? It means like we all human beings need balanced energy, okay, and it should be concrete and abstract balanced. Number two, there should not be any bad adjectives connected or associated with these energies. Number three, the energy should not be fake energy, just like the fake energy we get from our virtual world, mobile and laptops or things like that. So what is next? This human being is basically, first of all, sensing concrete nouns and abstract nouns subjectively and objectively. Now, what does it mean? It means like if you want to gain energy or get energy, just like for physical body, you are eating something, right, with the help of your mouth. The same, you are gathering energy or data with the help of your senses. Like, mostly people are thinking there are 5 senses, but unfortunately that is incomplete information. There are more than 25 senses by which we gather information, or energy. And then what we do, once we have gathered those information or data, then we process those concrete nouns or abstract nouns or data or energy subjectively or objectively. Now here is another important term associated with this, and that is addition of good or bad adjectives, right? So what is this? This is basically when with your energy or with your noun world, you are adding some sort of adjectives, like it could be good or bad adjective. Good is for construction and bad is for destruction. And here you can see good and bad energy is being contained by this inner self. This inner self is very, very valuable. And if you are putting here the bad adjectives, it will destroy you and the world around you. And if you put here the good adjectives, it will construct you and the world around you. Like, you'll be happy and successful, and people around you will be very happy. So let's see what is ahead of us. Now, this shaitan or iblis or devil, this is like it could come in any form, and it could destroy most of the time, and this is bad for all of us. This connectivity with shaitan is basically destroying all human beings, regardless of your religious or ideologies or whatever you think. But the good energy or the good adjectives, which are the connectivity with your creator, that is basically, this connection is basically giving you strength and power. It is giving you hope, and because of this, like, you can then set up your belief system. And this belief system, because of those adjectives, could be negative or positive, right? It could be bad or good. And now all these decomposed parts or elements of this one human being, in the second video, what we will do, I will give you some sort of information, like, based on this, what are the other types of knowledges which are very important. And please keep watching Explain Life Skills, and the next video I will share with you some very important knowledge which will help us in our beautiful life. Thanks for watching Explain Life Skills.